Hello everyone, it's Aliyah. Welcome back to my channel for another reading. So today we're doing a yes and no reading. You can ask about anything. Your question could be anything about love, career, finances, health, and I'll do my very best to give you guys, well, first of all, to give you the answer, but sometimes the answer is not clear cut yes or no, because tarot typically likes to tell you a story, likes to give you guidance. So, but I'll give you guys different scenarios as to where it will be mostly, for example, a yes or no to your question. And for example, if I give you a story or scenario that does not absolutely has nothing to do with what you were asking for, then just take the yes or no from the cards, okay? That I'm gonna read. All right. But typically, I like to give you guys different scenarios. For example, if you ask about health, there will be yes or no. If you ask about love or career, etc. So let's get started. I have 4 piles for you guys to choose from. These are just the oracle cards. Of course, these oracle cards were going to be some advice, maybe, hopefully it's going to resonate with your situation. But let's say you've asked something very simple and something that has nothing to do with what the cards are advising, that it means don't pay attention to the oracle cards, just pay attention to the yes or no, okay, if you have a simple question. On the other hand, if for example you're asking about love, the answer is more complex than just a simple yes or no, the oracle cards will be the additional clarifiers, okay? So just don't overthink it. If you don't resonate, as you know, you just basically, it just means it wasn't for you. You're welcome to choose more, you choose another pile, I should say. So, and you can ask about different questions and choose a different pile. So you can ask about different people. Sky is the limit. Do whatever that feels right. And if you need to pause the video because you need time to meditate as you ask your questions, make sure the question you ask is really straightforward, not complicated. Don't have 2 or 3 questions in one question. Then your answer is not going to be clear, okay? So yeah, so just before you think about the question, pause the video, think about it, choose the pile, then ask another one, choose another pile, all right? So let's get started. Introduce you guys. So today, instead of the crystals, I'm just I'm just putting different items here, different objects for you guys to choose from. So let's get started. Pile 1, blue butterfly. Okay, pile 2. Oh, look at this, it's rotating. I don't know what flower is this, it's just pink. So, and pile 3, the key, all right? And last, this red rose for pile 4. So go ahead, think about your questions and choose the piles that you're drawn to. And I'll give you guys a few seconds. And like I said, you need more time, just pause the video. Please go ahead and make your selection. Have you chosen? All right, let's get started. Okay, group 1, welcome if you've chosen this blue butterfly. So let's see if what's the answer to your question, group 1. How we're going to do this, we're going to get 3 cards, okay? The one on the left, it counts as 1. The one in the middle counts as twice. And the one on the right is going to count as 1. So in case I need, for example, an additional clarification or whatever, I'm going to add 1 more card. But in tarot, we have cards they have a yes assigned to them. The positive cards usually are yes. The negative cards usually are no. For example, most swords are no's, except for example the Ace of Swords, which is a yes card, and the Four of Swords. But usually the Four of Swords is like the delay, but it's a yes. But most swords are a no, okay? And then very few cards are like a maybe, okay? For example, like the Two of Pentacles will be a maybe, the Two of Wands. So I'll tell you guys as we go. So let's get started. Is it a yes or no for group 1? Please make it simple and easy to read. No contradictory cards. Is it a yes or no for group 1? Last one. Is it a yes or no for group 1? All right. Ooh, let's see what we have. So we have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is a yes card. We have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is mostly a no card. Okay, but here, since it's in the middle, it counts as twice. So we have one yes and two no's so far. And then the last one is we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is a maybe card because you have to wait. Yeah. So we have two no's, one maybe, and one yes. So it's chances are it's a maybe. Okay, because it looks like, it doesn't look like you know, for example, if you're asking, how's my health? Am I on the road to recovery? Will I recover? So it looks like you will in time, okay, with the Seven of Pentacles. So perhaps it's not right now, right? Because there's a waiting period. And with the Four of Pentacles, it's not a lot of action. Four of Pentacles. So it looks like, yes, you will recover, or whoever you're asking about, but there's some waiting period, right? And then let's say if you're asking about love, it's not going to happen right now because clearly, because we can see there's a waiting period. You know, you might have to wait. It's time to be patient. So it's a maybe, but it's not right now. Yeah, it might happen in the future. Does that make sense? I don't want to, because the Three of Wands, starting the reading, the Three of Wands is usually, Three of Wands is kind of very much associated with the future. It's about planning ahead, overlooking the situation, waiting for something to happen, waiting for that ship to come in. So this is at best like a maybe, but it's like, it will happen sometime in the future, possibly. Or like I said, the only time it would be like unlikely is for love, like right now, like it's not happening now. Yeah. So let's look at the oracle cards for additional clarification. And as far as money, for example, okay, when it comes to career and money, your finances, I feel like the stability will be yours at some point, but there's a lot of work. You might feel like, you know, you're not rewarded, or you don't have that promotion. Just continue working on whatever you're working, hold your vision, and it's going to happen eventually in the future. So I guess the no is not right now, but in the future it's going to happen, because the Seven of Pentacles in the career or finance is a good card, because it talks about you will reap the harvest. It might not be right now, but eventually you will, because, and especially here preceded with Three of Wands, which means that you just keep planning, keep working on whatever you're working on, and financial security and career stability will be yours. Okay, but it's not happening right now. So it's a no right now, but a yes in the future. Does that make sense? Because this is not a clear yes or no. So there's a lot of gray area. That's why I give you guys different scenarios. But let's say if you're just asking a simple question, like very simple question, I don't know what you could possibly asking for. It's usually, this is a maybe at best. Yeah, it is a maybe, because since we have two no's, we have one maybe and one yes. So I would say like a maybe. All right, let's look at the oracle card. So we have here the Moon. The Moon is a card of intuition. So very much, you know, listen to your heart, listen to your intuition, hold your vision, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. But it's also a card of cycles, yeah, seasons and cycles that, you know, perhaps, you know, maybe it's not the right time right now, but there's something is going to change, okay? And then we have, there's something better. So if you're asking about love, it's not happening right now. For example, you've been waiting on this person for a long time. It's just a scenario, guys, okay? And here the cards are telling you that maybe this connection, or whatever this person you've been waiting on for a long time, perhaps there's something better. Keep your options open, okay? And then we have a no. So for like I said, to some questions is a firm no, no for right now. But we're talking here doesn't mean no forever. It doesn't mean that, okay? Because we do have like a promise of success in the future, but for right now maybe it's not happening as fast as you want. So it's a no for some of you, okay? So depending on your question. And then we have co-create. You know, this card to me is a card of you co-creating with spirit. You co-creating with the universe. This is about you also taking action and making things happen, making things happen for yourself. So it's like you are where you're supposed to be and you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. You are co-creating with spirit, okay? And the last card is we have the sun in the reverse, which means, again, the sun in the reverse is not a bad card. Don't be afraid of reversals, guys. I know I see you guys sometimes in the comments. You don't like when I use reversals. Reversal, it just means a delay. The sun is a very beautiful, very positive card. When it comes out in the reverse, means happiness is yours, but it's delayed. Success is yours, but it's delayed. And it kind of supports the cards here. Okay, what I was just saying. So if you're asking about love, coming back again to love, you know, perhaps you've been waiting on this person for a long time. Perhaps it's telling you there's something else better for you out there. Maybe the connection you want, the relationship, the commitment you want is a no for right now or for who knows how long. This is more favorable in the career. It's mostly like a strong yes in career and finances, that it's there, it's coming. Be patient, keep working on your vision. Don't give up and all of that, that you will get your day. Yeah. So yeah, but when it comes to love, perhaps maybe you won't get what you want from this connection, but maybe there's something better out there. So keep your options open. So yeah, I hope it made sense. And like I said, when it comes to health also, it's you know, like if you're afraid something bad's going to happen to you or somebody that you love, maybe you're afraid that this is not going to go bad or it's going to go wrong, or let's say surgery, you're asking if so-and-so going to recover from surgery or some disease. It looks like it is a fight right now, yeah, but there's a promise of improvement, okay? So yeah, but it doesn't show anything bad, like detrimental to health or any of that. So yeah, I hope you guys, it made sense. I hope it answered your question. And if it didn't, it was completely on the left field, just choose another one, okay? Thank you so much for watching Group 1. I hope you liked it. And if you did, please consider liking the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, bye. Group 2, welcome if you've chosen this pinkish flower. This is your reading. So real quick, guys, how I'm going to do this, I'm going to lay 3 cards. The one on the left counts as 1, so whether it's a yes or no. The middle one's going to count as twice, and the one on the right is going to count as once. Okay, and then we have the additional, oracle cards here for additional clarification. And I'll give you guys different scenarios, how it would be yes and what scenario, how it would be no. And so let's get started. Let's use a different deck for this one. Is it a yes or no for Group 2? Is it a yes or no for Group 2? Is it a yes or no for Group 2? Is it a yes or no for Group 2? Okay, see what we have. 5 of Cups, which is a no card. 5 of Cups is a last card. 5 of Wands is a no card as well, because it's conflict card. And the King of Swords is a no card. So this is a no answer. Very strong no right here, okay? So if you're asking about a relationship, a connection, if you're asking, will I have a commitment with this person, or will we ground this connection. For right now, it shows like it's a no. There's loss, there's regret, there's also disappointment, there's conflicts, there's obstacles, and the King of Swords is somebody who's quite cold as well, somebody who's very logical. So here it looks like a no. So let's say if you just wanted to know if it's a yes or no to your question, regardless of what it is, it's a no, okay? And let's say if you're asking about love as well, if you're going to be in a relationship right now, it looks like a no, because if this is an existing connection, it's not an easy one, okay? Maybe in time you will, but this is a no for now. And if you're asking about career, okay, the career, it seems that you might have a competition, you might have some obstacles on the way to success. It's telling you that perhaps you got to be more like the King of Swords to be successful, or to make more money. You have to be less emotional. You got to be, instead of, to overcome your obstacles and opposition and competition, you have to become very logical, like the King of Swords. You can be like wearing your heart on your sleeve, okay? You gotta have tough skin. You gotta go for what you want. I mean, don't be like a mean person, but you gotta be very logical and practical and put a plan, no emotions involved, yeah? If that's success that you want. Let me get one more card. Okay, so this card, it just fell off from the deck. I was gonna shuffle, but it was bottom deck energy. So we have the Fool here. So it's telling you, the Fool is also about going for it. The Fool is a yes card, but since we have 3 here, there are no. So it's the answer to most of your question is a no. Okay, but if you're asking about your career, like I said, you got to be more like the King of Swords, and at the same time, go for it. Also, trust in yourself, have faith in yourself, have faith in the unknown, and go for it. But you got to think very practical here. You got to have a practical plan if you want that success or that career or that promotion or whatever it is. Don't be afraid to go for it, yeah? So, like I said, right now, for most of you guys, is a no. If you're asking about health, the King of Swords could be a doctor, okay? Could be a doctor. So, the health is I feel like the doctor here would have to be, somehow, maybe somebody will be seen on a regular, very much influencing here the question, okay? Maybe you have to go see a doctor. There's some sort of, I don't think it's detrimental. If you're asking about your health, how's your health? Maybe you have some little issues, nothing life-threatening here, because we have the Fool, which is, he's full of life and enthusiasm, but you're gonna have to go see a doctor, okay? And like I said, the career, you gotta work very hard and to get there. And for love, if you're waiting on this King of Swords, let's say you're asking, will so-and-so call me? Will he reach out, for example, or will she reach out? Well, the King of Swords does what he wants to do when he's ready. So it's a no right now, but when he's ready, he will, okay? But maybe that phone call is going to take some time. Eventually, perhaps, he's going to take that leap of faith. And when I say he, doesn't matter the gender, guys. It's just the way I channel, because the card here is a male. But so it looks like they will reach out at some point when they are ready. Maybe there's going to be a time where they say, you know what, F it, let me just do it and reach out. But if you're asking like for commitment, a serious relationship, it's a no. For most of you, regardless of what you're asking about, this is a no. Okay, let's look at the let's say if you're asking also, is this connection over? It's not over. It's not over, but it also at the same time, you need time, because here it looks like there's not much happening. Okay, so let's see. I hopefully made some sense. Now let's look at the oracle cards. We have message. Okay, so communication is coming, but when this King of Swords decide he or she is ready to reach out, can push the King of Swords. Listen to your intuition. So intuition is very important, okay? You have to listen to it. Especially if you're a very intuitive person, don't dismiss your intuition. get more information. Maybe there's some more information. Maybe there's certain things you're not aware of if you're asking about, let's say, your health. If it's your health, go get that consultation. Find out what it is. Get some tests or whatever. And if, let's say, you're asking about legality, something, because the King of Swords could also be a lawyer, okay? And here maybe it's if you're asking about, let's say, will I divorce this year? Just an example, okay? The answer is not yet, but you're gonna have to talk to a lawyer, okay? Just giving you guys different scenarios, whatever comes to mind. No place like home. This is again about what is home, is your inner self, your inner sanctuary. This is telling you that most answers lie within you. You know already deep down what you have to do, where you're supposed to go, and you just have to listen to it. Okay, so 2 cards here that's telling you to tune in. Yeah, the answers are within you. Okay, and we have the last one. We have the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel, which is the throat chakra, which is the communication. It's in the reverse. So we have here, like, let's say some of you that really asking, will he or she return? Will he or she reach out to me? Will he or she open up? Well, there's a message coming your way. There's communication coming your way. But then since this card came out reverse, which means it's delayed. Don't be afraid of reversals. It just means they're delayed, okay? Because like I said, for group 1, sometimes I get comments, please don't use reversals. I don't know why some of you are so afraid of reversals. So I do what is what I feel. Like, for example, something tells me use reversals. I have to listen to spirit on that one. So in this case, in this deck, it's meant to be read either way. It's meant to be read reversals as well. So this came out reversed, which means communication is blocked. Is blocked or it's delayed. But I feel like you will hear something. How deep the communication will be, maybe that level of communication, that level of connection, maybe somebody like expressing themselves to you, or it's kind of blocked right now. But perhaps for some of you, it will be, maybe a person will express themselves to you at some point. But when they're ready, because like I said, King of Swords does what he does when he's ready to do it, right? So for right now, it looks like a yes. For example, no, I'm sorry. No for right now. Let's say, will this person reach out to me? Not yet, but they will eventually, okay? Yet no right now, but they will eventually. Like I said, for career, you have to listen to your inner guidance. You know what you have to do, go for it. But it's a lot of work to get to. This is also about trusting yourself and trusting the whole process. Okay, that's what this card is all about. Don't let anything hold you back. Don't be intimidated by competition, opposition, obstacles. Anybody who has ever succeeded has failed more times than they have succeeded. So just keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the negative. This is about, this person usually dwells, the 5 of Cups dwells on the negative and doesn't see the positive in the situation. So again, like I said, it's not a simple yes or no. Tarot cards always like to give you an explanation, and if it would tell you, for example, maybe it's a no right now, but with effort and listening to your intuition, because you do shape your future, you shape your destiny. This is why it's telling you to get more information, to listen to your intuition, go inward for answers. You have the answers already, but if going back again, if let's say you're asking a simple question, do I have a future with this person? Right now, it doesn't look like it. I'm sorry. So yeah, for most of your questions is a no. Okay. And so yeah, I hope it made sense, because I know that the yes or no readings are not simple yes or no sometimes. So that's why I give you guys different scenarios. I hope you found it helpful. I hope it answered your question. But like I said, majority answer to your question is a no. Let's say even like, for example, you could be asking, is this over? It's a no. No, it's not over. Listen to your intuition. All right, that's all I have for you for group 2. I hope you found something out of this reading. If you have, please consider liking the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time. Group 3, welcome. If you've chosen this key, this is your reading. Now, we have some oracle cards here for additional clarification. But so I'm gonna shuffle and lay 3 cards. So the first card is gonna count as once, the middle card is gonna count as twice, and the last one counts as once, okay? And I'll give you guys different scenarios where it could be yes or no or maybe. All right, so let's see. Is it a yes or no for group 3? Please give us a straight up answer, a clear answer. Is it a yes or no for group 3? Is it a yes or no for group 3? Is it a yes or no for group 3? Okay, so this one just flipped. Is it a yes or no for group 3? Okay, so we have one yes with the Knight of Pentacles. The Tower, which is a no card. Okay, counts as twice, so we have 2 no's, 1 yes, and we have a yes. So we have 2 yeses and 2 no's. So this is a maybe, okay, maybe. So let's see how it could be a maybe. So so it could be, let's see if it could be yes or no, different scenarios. So if you're asking, will I find love? Yeah, the answer is yes. This time of being alone and single is going to be over. So it's a yes, okay? You'll get that relationship. You'll get that commitment. So the Knight of Pentacles in a relationship reading is usually a single card. But because it is followed by the Tower, which means some sudden change happens, some unexpected change happens. And then we have the happiness, the 10 of Cups. All right, let's see what's the bottom. Okay, so if you're asking, like I said, about love, will I find love? Will I be in a relationship? The answer here is yes. Even though I said in the intro, like in the beginning of the reading, it's a maybe because we have 2 and 2 to most of your questions. But in a relationship, I feel like it's a yes because it is followed by the 10 of Cups, okay? That follows the Tower. Now, if you're asking about career, okay, career, so which is very interesting. Let's say if you're asking about money, the 9 of Pentacles is an abundance card. So it's money, it's security, it's having it all, right? But then the Tower, so there's going to be some changes, okay? Some changes. We don't know what those changes are. And then we have the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups, it's emotional fulfillment. Maybe the other job, for example, this is just a scenario, guys. Let's say one job gives you all the money, but doesn't give you the satisfaction. You hate it, you despise it, you hate waking up every day, you dread Mondays. But something happens, you change course. Some opportunity presents itself all of a sudden. And guess what? Whatever you'll be doing, it was gonna bring you that joy. You're gonna feel alive again. You're gonna feel fulfilled again. So there's gonna be some sort of change of change of path here when it comes to your career and your money. But in the end here, it shows a promise for happiness, fulfillment, all of that. So let's look at the oracle cards. Let's see. We have loyalty. Look for a sign. Perfect timing. Chaos and conflict. And we have community in the reverse, which means it could be that, for example, community in the reverse, you could have opposition from families, from society, or whatever, especially if you're asking about love. If you're asking about work, you might have some colleagues, that they don't want your best interest at heart. They don't have your best interest at heart. You might not have the support of people around you. That's why it's reversed. The community here is reversed. So, which means, in essence, the card is telling you you're not getting the support that you need from people around you. Okay, whatever that means. Okay, but here, the Tower here, like the tower doesn't mean, to me the tower is a blessing in disguise. It's divine intervention at best. When something happens to us and we think it's the worst thing that happens to us, but actually when we look back, then we find out, you know what, that was the best thing that could have happened to me, that tower moment, because I am a better for it now. So this is why I tell you guys, if it's a relationship, even career, finances, you'll be happier. So don't be afraid of whatever this change represents, whatever this tower. It doesn't always mean a catastrophe, okay, with the tower. It just means divine intervention, an epiphany, a moment of truth, discovery of something. You could be just wake up one day and you're like, you know what? I'm changing the course of my life. No more of this. And you decide to leave your security or even your relationship. Let's say, for example, if you're in a relationship that gives you all the comforts, material comforts, but you're miserable, you could possibly leave all of that for happiness, go with your heart. It's just a scenario, right? I'm just giving you guys different ways how things could work out, how it could be yes or no. But most of your questions, this is a maybe. This is a maybe, you know. Most of your questions. Now, if health is that maybe this tower, maybe it could represent, maybe you have a scare of some sort, but don't be worried, okay? Everything will work out, all right? It's not bad at all. There's recovery, there's a promise of recovery, better days ahead, that kind of thing. And get it one more card. Excellent. So this is most of you here asking about love, and the love here is coming your way. So whether you're single or even in a connection, some tower moment here is going to happen and change the course of your relationship. Let's say if you're already in an existing connection and it's not really good, you know, most of the time you're alone in this relationship or this connection, something changes, but it's going to change for the better, where you might get that commitment you want, you might get that you know, your person might make a move towards you and all that. So yeah, I feel like, because I got one more card here, so it's leaning more towards a yes, a positive answer here, since it's clarified and we have an additional very much yes card here. It says here the loyalty. So you are a very loyal person, but it's telling you to check who you're loyal to, okay? There's some of your loyalty, you might be loyal to some people that do not deserve your loyalty, okay? So look for a sign. You have a lot of, you know, maybe you see signs, maybe you have these nudges, you know, you hear, you have these downloads, you would hear like a voice in your head or whatever. It's universe talking to you, your guides, your angels talking to you. And the perfect timing, you're going to know when it's the perfect timing, okay? Maybe this relationship is going to happen in perfect timing, and maybe that time is sooner than you think. So whatever question you ask, if you ask about this year and 2 years, whatever it is. Chaos and conflict, there are some difficulties here. There's some opposition here that comes from this community, which I told you guys about. The community talks about, you know, people around, can mean colleagues, friends, society, family members, that kind of thing. That's kind of not, you're not getting a whole lot of support here, especially in a relationship. So you have some opposition here from people. But you know when the perfect timing, you're going to know when it's the perfect timing, because you're going to see the sign. What's interesting here, if you look at this card, we have the, you know, the lightning, right? Divine intervention, yeah? It's the same lightning here, or similar lightning here on the tower, which is divine intervention, you know. So the tower is a blessing in disguise. Sometimes we need that intervention to put things into perspective or put us on the right path. So don't be afraid of change. Maybe your person, let's say if you're asking about love and an existing connection, maybe your person's going to go through some sort of tower moment and all of a sudden come to their senses, and you will hear from them, and you might even date, you might even have a commitment with them. So yeah. So when it comes to love, it's yes, it's positive. So especially if you're single, let's say if you don't have any love and you're like, oh, when will I find love? Well, those days, alone days, are behind you, will be behind you very soon, because this tower, that's going to be total change. You see, from being alone to being very happy here. And career, going back to career and again in finance, is that you're going to go through some changes here, but eventually you have this happiness, this contentment, this you're going to love what you do, even though maybe you might not earn as much, especially in the beginning, as you did at your day job. But you have a proposal here. There's something good coming your way. So yeah. And I don't think you'll be hurting for money. I just think that you have to go. Maybe there's a change in your course, but for the better. You'll be better for it in the future, right? So yeah. I can't think about any other question. I hopefully I answered your question, because like I said, it's not always clear cut yes and no when it comes to tarot. Tarot always likes to give you, because things are not always black and white in tarot. It likes to give you an explanation and to see what's going on around, what's surrounding your circumstances, that kind of thing. Yeah, so most answer to your question is a maybe, if you just have a simple question, which leaning more towards a yes, maybe to a yes. Does that make sense? I know it's not very clear cut. That's why I don't do these yes or no readings often, because like I said, tarot just likes to tell us stories. Yeah, but very important, especially if you're dealing with people, or especially if you have some negative people around you. You got to look around and see who is supportive of you, who has genuine feelings, who's in your corner, who's not. Sometimes your so-called friends are your hidden enemies. Okay, something to really think about. A lot of us, we have these so-called friends, but they're actually haters, right? They wish us to fall flat on our face. So this is where, and you might be a very loyal person, and this is where you have to kind of look around you and see who's true, who's not, who's loyal, who's not, because here we have some conflict here with people around you. Yeah, even family members, that we could be related to them by blood, but still don't wish us the best. So yeah. And when you have people like that, you can love them from a distance. Doesn't mean don't get very close to them. You can love them far away at a distance. This is about self-preservation more than anything. So yeah. But I feel like if you're asking about something positive, it's gonna happen in its time. And this perfect timing could be a matter of days, weeks, months for some of you. Yeah. So it might be even a little bit longer for some of you. So that's all I have for you guys, group 3. I hope you've taken something out of this reading. If you have, please consider liking the video. It really helps a lot. And subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time. Bye. Group 4, welcome if you've chosen this red flower. This is your reading. And let's see, is it a yes or no for you, group 4? So keep in mind, I'm doing 3 cards. So the first card counts as once, the second card twice, and the one on the right is going to count as once. And I'll give you guys different scenarios, because sometimes it's not a clear yes or no. And I'll give you scenarios where it could be yes, where it could be no, that kind of thing, right? Let's see. Is it a yes or no for group 4? Is it a yes or no for group 4? Is it a yes or no for group 4? All right. Yes or no for group 4? The Hierophant. The 7 of Cups. The 3 of Pentacles. Okay. So again here, the Hierophant, to me, I like it as a yes card. I mean, some readers out there would tell you this is a maybe card, but to me is a yes. Okay. The 7 of Cups is a maybe card, and we have it twice here. Okay. So 2 maybes, and we have 2 yeses. So and then we have the 3 of Pentacles, of course, is a yes card, because it's a card of collaboration and all that. So here is, so it's a maybe, but I feel like for most of you is a yes. It's a yes. But the only reason why the Hierophant is usually a card of waiting, divine timing. Okay. And the Seven of Cups is a card of, you know, having different options, right? Or not knowing what to do, what option to choose. So being a bit indecisive, or being a bit scattered. And here, the Three of Pentacles is definitely a card of collaboration, growth, expansion, especially in career. So if your question has to do with career and finances, it's looking very well. It's looking very good. There's a promise here for success and financial stability, but it's telling you here that you need to be patient with a Hierophant, okay? And Hierophant also could represent somebody in your life who's wise, who can give you the guidance. It could represent a teacher or something like that. But most often than not, it's a card that's telling you to be patient. Keep working whatever you're working on. Be patient, because success is promised here in the future, right? Find money and all that. And the Seven of Cups is telling you to be more focused. So if you're asking about money and finance, to be more focused. You have different options. It's telling you to choose well. And you have here success is in your future, financial stability is in your future. If you're asking about health, everything is good as well. Your health is good, is yes. Will you recover? Yes. If you're asking about love, it's telling you that this connection is divinely timed, it's divinely guided. There's some options here. There's some distraction. For example, either you or your person might have more than one option here. And the Three of Pentacles, it could show, it's a card also of growth in a connection. There's a possibility of growth and expansion. If you're asking, will this be a commitment? Will we end up together? It shows there's improvement, yeah, but we don't see yet being together yet. It just shows growth and expansion. Perhaps your situation will improve over time, but it's divinely guided. What else? If you're asking, does he think of me? Does she think of me? Yes, definitely. It's a yes. Okay. So most of you, like I said, this will be a yes. For some of you, it's a no. I mean, it's not a no, it's a maybe. But most of you, I feel like it's a yes. Okay. To most of your questions. Yeah, you will get the support from others, or you will have collaboration, the support from other people, like one person or more than one person. Obviously here, the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, it just with the Seven of Cups is telling you that it needs to be more grounded. Whatever that you have needs to be more grounded. You need to be also more realistic, that kind of thing. So let's see what the Oracle cards tell us. So most of your question is a yes. For some of you is no. I mean, what am I saying? No, I'm saying for some of, let me repeat that again. Most of you is a yes to your question. Some of you is a maybe, okay? But it will be yes later on. And there's no no. There's no no. It's yes or maybe here. So confusing. I'm confused. High Priestess of Fire, Queen of Wands. Okay, so this could be you. It could be somebody that you're asking about. Okay, and then we have Trust. Okay, and we have not the right time. So if you're asking about a connection, so remember when I said about divinely guided, so it will be yes, but it's not the right time for you guys right now. It's not over, your connection. It's not over. If you're asking, oh, is this over? No, it's not over. I guess this is the only time it will be a no, right? But because there's a promise here that of return, of collaboration, that kind of thing. And it's telling you here in divine timing. Right now it's not the right time. And it's telling you to trust the process. And Queen of Wands is to be confident, to go for what you want. But also it's mainly about being you. It's about keeping your options open, about being confident and being, live your life to the fullest. Be this Queen of Fire. Well, here it says High Priestess of Fire. Time to go. Sometimes you're going to have to walk away from something or someone for temporarily. Doesn't mean forever. It just means perhaps maybe it's time for you to step back and focus on yourself here with the Queen of Wands. Take care of whatever you need to take care of. You're asking about love, because it's, love is there. Okay, you will hear from this person. There's more to come with this person if you're asking about an existing connection. But for the time being, maybe it's for you to take a step back and trust in the right time things will work out. But now it's about you taking care of you and working on your career, focusing on your life. Maybe, you know, bring back the focus that you had so much on this connection, put it on yourself, okay? And and then here we have hostilities. It's actually also, it can talk about hostility around you. For example, your person not meeting you halfway. But I think this is for great majority of you is you. It's telling you basically to fight for what you want. Okay, fight for what you want, and not necessarily, for example, when it talks about another relationship or connection, an existing connection. An existing connection here, it's telling you that maybe, like I said, it's not the right time right now. You have some, maybe your person is being a bit hostile and being a bit, they're not very, they're not meeting you halfway, and you have to know when to put things on hold and focus on yourself and walk away. Okay, so that's that. It's being a queen of fire, knowing your value, being confident, being at home in your skin, loving yourself fully, and you have to know when to have boundaries and even take a step back for the time being. Maybe by you doing this is going to change the outcome of your connection. It will be good in the end. Okay, now if you're asking about career, is that again, be confident, be assertive, and have faith and trust in yourself, and fight for what you want. Even if, for example, you're not happy at the current position here with time to go, don't be afraid to get other opportunities. Okay, don't be afraid to seize the day and seize other opportunities. Don't let opportunities pass you by. This is about you fighting for what you want and going for what you want. And the Three of Pentacles, you're going to have opportunities in the career department, but you have to believe in yourself, and you have to go for it. Even if that means, like I said, if you're not appreciated at a company, if you're taken for granted at a company, then don't be afraid to walk away. Of course, when the timing is right, okay? When the timing is right. Doesn't mean just tomorrow and just get up and quit. No, always make sure you have something on the side, something to fall back on before you could do that. But you can still keep your job for right now, but look for other opportunities, because I feel like there's success in the future. There's a better position in the future. For some of you, it might be a promotion where you at right now, but others of you might be a completely new opportunity, a new job. But just don't be afraid to walk away, and because you have to know your worth. You know that you bring a lot to the table, and if you're not appreciated where you at, if they're not giving you that promotion that you've been asking for, and you're not happy in that work environment, well, start looking elsewhere. Because no matter what you do, because everyone is on a different path, everyone is on a different journey, whatever you do, there's promise of success and more money coming up for you, okay? You just need to be patient here. That, like they said, that expression, Rome wasn't built in a day. Well, the expression in my time, I don't know if it's still valid now, but basically it's telling you to be patient as well, and try to work towards that, towards better opportunity and all that stuff. But success is seen here. So yeah. And I'm trying to think about everything else. Did I cover health? I think I did. Career, finance. So most of you, like I said, is a yes answer. Some of you is a maybe. Yeah. So yeah. But here, I feel like here it's about working on yourself. It's very important. Become a better version of yourself. It's about believing in yourself and trusting yourself. I think we have it all covered, right? But if, let's say, your question has nothing to do with the subject I mentioned, and you just wanted to know a yes or no, it's mostly yes. Maybe to a yes, yeah. It's mostly yes. I know it's very confusing. Maybe yes, I know. Because cards is not always yes or no. It's not clear, black and white, that kind of answer. There's always like gray area. There's an explanation. There's that kind of thing. And remember, you shape your future. So yeah. But here I feel like luck is on your side. Whatever you have to, whatever you've asked about, luck is on your side. So maybe the only thing here with time to go is, let's say if you've been trying to do the same thing and expecting a different result, it's time for you to reassess, take a step back, and change your course. Yeah, do something different. Yeah. So that will lead you to that success. And for the relationships, if you're an existing connection, time to step back as well. Okay. Even sometimes even if you have to walk away temporarily, for this person to kind of have some time to themselves. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Especially if you have opposition, somebody who's hostile, let's say, if you have someone in your life that makes your life miserable, well, instead of fighting them, you have just walk away from them. Okay. I hope it made sense, guys. I hope you found this reading helpful. And if you did, please consider liking the video and subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time. Bye.